video, I'm going to show you how to answer this exam question. So we need to solve 5 to the power of 2x plus 1 minus 120 equals 5 to the power of x plus 2. And we're even given a hint. It says let n equal 5 to the power of x. So before we make this substitution here, I'm just going to rewrite the equation again and split up the powers here and here, so that it's really clear to see where we need to substitute for n instead, okay? So if I take the first number here, 5 to the power of 2x plus 1, this can be rewritten as 5 to the power of x, multiplied by 5 to the power of x, multiplied by 5 to the power of 1. Remember, when you're multiplying these numbers together, you add their powers, and x plus 1 is the same thing as 2x plus 1, okay? So I haven't changed it, it's the same thing, I'm just rewriting it in a different way, okay? Next we have minus 120, and then over on the right hand side, if I use the same idea as before, this could be rewritten as 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 squared. Okay, so hopefully now it's really easy to see where we need to switch to n. Every time you see 5 to the power of x, you replace it with the letter n instead. Okay, so we have n multiplied by n multiplied by 5 minus 120 equals n multiplied by 5 squared, and 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. Okay, so now if I just tidy this up a little bit, n multiplied by n is n squared, so n squared multiplied by 5 is 5n squared. Here we still have minus 120, and this is equal to n multiplied by 25, which can be rewritten as 25n. Okay, so we're solving a quadratic, okay, a quadratic equation for n. And to do that, I'm going to rearrange the equation so that all terms are on one side, and so the equation is equal to 0. So I'm going to move this term here over to the left-hand side of the equation. So I'm going to subtract 25n on both sides. Okay, so if we do that, we then have 5n squared minus 25n minus 120 equals 0. Okay, so before we solve this quadratic, I'm just going to do one more thing to make it even easier. I'm going to simplify. I can see there's a common factor here. I can divide each of these numbers by 5. Okay, so when we do that, it becomes n squared minus 5n minus 24 equals 0. Okay, so next we have to solve this quadratic equation for n. So here's the equation that we just found, and to solve this quadratic, I'm going to factorize. So here are my brackets, and I'm going to start by filling in the n values. Now remember, these two numbers here have to multiply to give negative 24, and at the same time add together to give negative 5. Okay, so the values here must be negative 8 and positive 3. Okay, so that gives us two values for n. Either n is equal to positive 8, or n is equal to negative 3. But remember, we're not solving to find n in this question, we're solving to find x. Remember, we made that substitution at the beginning of the question? You must remember to substitute back. Okay, so we need to switch the letter n back to 5 to the power of x. Okay, so we have one equation here, 5 to the power of x equals 8, and the second one, 5 to the power of x equals negative 3. Now, if we look at the equation here on the right-hand side, hopefully you can see that any power here for x will give you a positive result. And since this is equal to negative 3, this is impossible. Okay, so there's only going to be one solution in this question, so we're going to solve this equation here, and I'm just going to carry on writing over here to get a bit more space. So we're solving 5 to the power of x equals 8. So to solve this equation, I'm going to use logarithms. I'm going to take the natural log ln on both sides of the equation. If you use log base 10 on both sides, that's absolutely fine, you'll get the same answer, okay? So on the left-hand side of the equation, we can apply the power rule. So I'm going to rewrite it as x ln 5. And then there's one last step to solve and find x. We have to divide both sides by ln 5. So x is equal to ln 8 divided by ln 5, and that is the solution. So if you need your answer in exact form, just leave it like that, okay? But if in your exam you're required to round to 3 significant figures, for example, just pop that into your calculator and you should find it comes to 1.29202 and so on. And so 3 significant figures would be 1, 2, 3. Always check the 4th figure to see if it rounds. 2 is smaller than 5, so it doesn't round the 9 up, so it just stays as 1.29. Okay, so that is the solution to this exam question.